You sure? 같이
There are various ways that the people could express this filial piety almost towards the highest authority, which would be the king, and this would be an expression of the food. And so when you look at this table, you might think, my goodness, how could one person eat all of this food? But of course, this is not to be eaten. So you can see this is actually just an expression of the respect that the people have for the king, and so in order to express that, the food is piled up very high. It can go up as high as 50 centimeters. So this setup wasn't my imagination. I didn't just imagine what it might have looked at. You can see here these are actually books, and it's written in Chinese characters, and there are drawings of how it was done, and so it was easy to recreate what they did in the past. So you can see there are 70 dishes, and the ones that are piled up high are usually the desserts. So it's rice cakes, it's cookies, fruits, and all of that. So about a third of the entire table consists of desserts. So this is not only a wonderful banquet, but for the highest authority of the country, it's an expression of his authority. He would show, okay, I'm this wonderful, great guy. Okay, and next to this you can see there's a smaller table, and this would be actually the food that he would eat. So you might wonder, then what do they do with all of this food? Okay, so for a royal banquet, actually, in a way, it was an excuse to feed all of the people in the royal court, so everybody would be able to enjoy this food. Okay, so for this food, they wouldn't just separate it, they would give the entirety to, for example, a yangban, which is like an aristocrat. They would give it to him, and they would be very grateful for having received this food from the king. Of course, they wouldn't eat it all. They would take a little bit and then they would give it to the people under them, and they would go all the way down. So whenever there's a royal banquet, it wasn't just the royal court that would enjoy it, but all of the people. Now we have democracy, so everybody is pretty much equal. And during the Joseon dynasty, the commoners would look up to the king, and the king would in turn take care of the people.